I'm gonna try to read 3 banned books in 3 days. Why? Oh, because I'm insane. Just kidding. But actually, I'm doing it for a number of reasons. Number 1, I really just want to see if I can do it. Number 2, I'm on a mission to prove that these books deserve to be read and there's no reason they should be banned. And number 3, I clearly don't have enough on my plate as a college girl with a job in the middle of finals week. But nevertheless, we prevail, and let's get started. Good morning, welcome to my bedroom. It is day 1 of reading today. I do have a fair amount of things on my calendar, so we're gonna see how far I can get. Ideally, we'll finish a book today, as that is the challenge, but we'll see how far we get with that. Today I have to go to my visual design class from 1:30 to 4. I have to do some dishes before I leave, and I have to meet my friend for dinner at around 5. So we're gonna figure out a way to read in between all of that, and during all of that, I think our best bet is gonna be while I get ready this morning, I'm gonna listen to the audiobook of, drumroll please, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Truthfully, I never finished the Harry Potter books. I read books 1 through 5 my sophomore year of high school, and the 5th book put me in such a terrible reading slump that I basically didn't read a book for 4 years. So I'm ready to begin again. I'm gonna listen to the audiobook of this. It's a little over 18 hours, but I listen to everything on 1.75 speed. And then probably if I find some time to read a physical book today, it will be Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson. I started this book a really long time ago and I was really enjoying it. I'm not sure why I put it down, but I didn't get very far in, so I don't remember a lot of it. I remember there's a scene in the beginning where she's in the cafeteria and I think she gets like food spilt on her or something like that. There's like athletes in it of some sort. I really have no idea. I made it like 50 pages in from where I marked. Yes, I dog ear my books. It's convenient. These are where we're starting. We're gonna listen to this one right now. Let's get our day started. I'll update you in a minute.
Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince by J.K. Rowling. Read by Jim Dale. Brought to you by Pottermore Publishing.
Okay, I finished cleaning my room, finally. I mean, I've cleaned it enough to the point that I'm satisfied. Now I'm gonna take a quick homework break to do this discussion post before my visual design class. Then I'm gonna do some dishes, and I'm gonna get dressed to go to class at 1:30. So, yeah. This was easily one of the most challenging reads of my life. Not because of its content by any means, but simply because of its breadth. It's just not even remotely an exaggeration when I say that 632 pages in less than 24 hours is so hard. That being said, I'm incredibly proud of myself for finishing this. This book, as well as all of the other books in the Harry Potter universe, are banned in many schools across the country for a number of reasons, primarily including religious objections, largely tied to Satanism and other anti-family themes. Many parents have come out and opposed how the book makes magic and the occult alluring to children, and many others challenged it because it portrayed authority as stupid and good witches and good magic. And having finished this, I'm so excited to get to say I finally finished it in full. I'm immediately jumping into the 7th book as soon as I finish this video. Setting aside the author's personal views, this series really does mean the world to me. I was able to get this whole series in print on Amazon. It's also available on the Libby app and many others where you can get it online. So fear not, it is still incredibly available if it's not available in your school. On to the next one. Hi guys, I am at my dining table right now. I'm about to start on some homework and do a little bit more work on our girl over here, Speak. It's looking like we're gonna finish tonight. We'll see how that goes. I will drop a review as soon as I have one. I also just found out, I'm sure I can insert the clip here I was recording, that for whatever reason I was signed out of every single website on my computer for some reason. So I'm gonna spend however long in the next few hours doing some homework and signing back into things as I go, which could not be more frustrating. But thankfully I am the type to write things down, so all of my passwords are saved. It's fine. It's just another huge inconvenience in finals week, but that is how the cookie crumbles, and that is the Murphy's Law that plagues my life. So let's keep on going with that. Yeah. Oh, Lori Hall Sanderson, you are an evil woman. This book is so heartbreaking, just in every sense of the word. I will say I do understand more so why this could be banned versus this. There's certainly significantly more adult themes in this book, and I would say it's absolutely more suited to middle and high schoolers. It's widely been banned in a lot of middle schools and even some high schools. Speak is about a girl named Melinda Sordino, and it follows her freshman year in high school, set just after an event this past summer where essentially she busts the end of summer party by calling the cops for reasons unknown. So her friends won't talk to her. She's sort of an outcast in school. The only place where she's really generally safe is in her head, but even then she's avoiding thoughts of this really traumatic event that she's gone through. We sort of learn more about it throughout the course of the book, sort of why she is the way that she is and how she comes to confront her personal demons, both in her family life, her friendships, her general community, and within herself. It's incredibly inspiring, it's incredibly empowering, and it's incredibly relevant in 2025, and it's about a topic that really needs to be spoken on more, and I just can't venture to say how important it is that it's read, not only by young audiences, but by everyone. I think it's deserving of all the praise that it gets. I am giving it a 4-star only because the writing style is just not my favorite. It's just like not really suited to my personal taste. The first person POV just isn't for me in a lot of novels, but it is an incredibly valuable storytelling tool. And so I know why she did it, and I can appreciate that. It's very witty, it's very strong. I think this is a beautiful book, and I highly recommend it. Good morning. We are done with Speak. We are moving on. I have class from 1:30 to 4:45 today. It is currently 12:05, so I'm gonna leave in like 20 or 30 minutes. But our next book is a fairly short one, and from what I understand, a fairly easy one, so I'm not too worried. We are gonna pick up Looking for Alaska. I have plans to listen to the audiobook on my transit to class and from class, and then I have to work on some finals later, so I'll probably audiobook it then as well. And I'll tell you a little bit more about it once I'm finished. Let's get into it. John Green, you are so much more than The Fault in Our Stars, and I need the world to know. I need them to know. You bet your ass I'm jumping straight onto this series the minute I finish the last Harry Potter book and the Speak movie. That is next on my freaking list. Oh my god. This was beautiful. I enjoyed this a lot. I don't think it's a 5-star, just because I do feel like it kind of drags a little in the beginning in a way I don't love. I will say I do have some complaints about, I don't want to say the manic pixie dream girlification of Alaska, but I can kind of feel it in the page. I do sort of sense the muse of it all when it comes to her, and I feel like since it was largely told from Miles's perspective, so much of it was fawning over Alaska. It's a really hard sort of situation for me in terms of my connection to both Miles and Alaska as characters. But I would say overall I really did enjoy it. I had a good time. It was a really fast read, which was incredibly refreshing. I found the language to be really easy. It's not exactly a page turner, but it's also not something I was yearning to put down because I was so bored, which is always great. Looking for Alaska is the story of a boy named Miles Halter. He is fascinated by last words, particularly how they connect to the way that you lived your life. He becomes really entranced with this idea of the great perhaps and sort of getting out of his safe life at home. So he goes off to boarding school and he meets this girl named Alaska, and he's sort of catapulted into this great perhaps that he yearns for. The book is set up in a really interesting way, in that, like, the whole thing, I don't know if you can see it, but it's counted in days before, and then it's counted in days after. So it's sort of separated halfway through the book. You have the before, the after. There's a big event that happens right here. This book has been banned with alarming numbers, in my opinion. From what I understand, it's primarily due to its less than kind language, alongside the fact that there's a lot of sexual encounters described in detail, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember a lot of them. So they couldn't have been that hugely important. I don't remember anything particularly smutty about this book. I will say Miles, or Pudge as those affectionately call him, does have his fair share of fantasies, as any teenage boy does, especially about this sort of mysterious and cool girl that he's encountered. But I don't necessarily remember anything that's so incredibly out of the ordinary that it's worth taking it off the shelves. And I don't think it's anything particularly jarring, considering the age group that's going to be primarily reading it. I am being so wholeheartedly transparent when I say I could not be more tired in this moment. But also, I'm quite proud to say that we did it, Joe. We finished 3 banned books in 3 days. Though they're not the most banned books across the country, they are banned and notice needs to be taken. Looking back on this challenge, it was so hard, but honestly so rewarding, and this is a group of books that I really did enjoy, and that honestly doesn't happen very often. I'm the type of person to rate pretty much every book I read 3 stars. So to say that I got 2 4-stars and 1 5-star book out of this is kind of miraculous. Banned books are so beyond worth the read and so beyond worth watching my appearance disintegrate in front of you in real time. I recommend all of these so highly, and can now proudly say that I've finished 3 books in 3 days. It's absolutely the most I've ever read in a span of time, and I will be taking a break from reading for the foreseeable future. I would like to give a huge shout out to Dr. Pepper, Zarlingo's Ice Cream, my boyfriend for buying all of my meals for the last week, Premiere Pro, and Gunther in the back. Gunther says call your representatives. Tell them to stop banning books. All right. Have a good one, guys. Bye.